just work on his artwork. All right, here we go. The internet most hated family influencers. Oh.
I was pretending to be pregnant.
This woman has spent more money on garbage than anybody else.
I do not like family channels. I'm sorry.
There's something going on with her.
Even their fans are upset at what they are doing.
Today, we're ranking the internet's most hated family influencers and explaining why their audience turned on them. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos, and to do that, we gotta keep growing. So 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, which is actually less than last time. And it would mean the world to me if you did, and I promise to do my very best. I'm Visual Venture, and you are awesome. Fathering Autism. When Asa Moss created the Fathering Autism YouTube channel, he thought people would love it, but the opposite happened. Many people hated it. It got so bad that angry viewers demanded that the channel be shut down.
Knowing that Fathering Autism is a family vlog should be enough to set off alarm bells.
The problems with Fathering Autism started from day one because it wasn't like other vlogs. The videos showed Asa, his wife, and their 2 kids going about their daily lives. But unlike most family channels, this one wasn't about the whole family. Every video focused on one person, Asa's daughter, Abby, who has autism.
She is not autism. She is Abigail, enlightened. While I work to prepare her for the world, I will fight to prepare the world for her. I am an autism parent.
That's why it's called Fathering Autism. The channel gave viewers an up-close look at what it's like raising a child with autism. There were titles like Autism Nighttime Routine and How a Girl with Autism Talks.
So, nighttime routine for a 14-year-old girl with autism, nonverbal autism.
Asa and his wife claimed their goal was to spread awareness about autism and help other families raising kids with the condition. It seemed like a good cause. A lot of viewers didn't buy it. They believed Fathering Autism wasn't about spreading awareness. It was about making money off Abby's condition.
For the past decade, they have spent their life turning their autistic daughter into content and using the platform they've grown off of exploiting their daughter to recruit people into a multi-level marketing company.
One viewer was so alarmed they posted a desperate plea online begging people to step in. The title read, "YouTuber exploiting his severely autistic daughter. Please help." The post laid it all out, showing how Asa and his wife were making money. What concerns me is that a lot of his supporters are vulnerable people who send him money via Patreon and all these other platforms. A lot of autistic people have commented about how they don't like what he's doing, and he basically tells them their opinions aren't relevant despite claiming to raise autism awareness. But this is just one of the many complaints.
I do think that some of the things that they are doing likely are going to benefit their daughter, right? But
well, yeah, I mean, like, I was trying to say that because, like, if they're making money for, like, their content of the daughter, which is, it is to a certain extent weird, but if they're making money, isn't it, like, hopefully the money's being used for the daughter, like, money that she needs, like, or things that she needs, you know what I mean? Like, special needs and all that. So, it's like, isn't it like a, like, it's weird, but it's a win because they make money and they could use that money for her.
in the end, we all know and we can all see through the fact that these people are just raking in bank to make big bucks, and they're using their daughter to do so.
But for many critics, the biggest problem wasn't the money, it was something worse. Viewers started to notice a disturbing pattern. It seemed Abby was being pressured to make videos.
You can tell wholeheartedly she doesn't like to be on camera. She tries to run.
In many instances, Abby's body language showed that she was uncomfortable being filmed. She tried to pull away, but her parents kept recording anyway. Because of Abby's condition, she didn't fully understand what was happening, so she couldn't agree to being filmed. But they didn't keep making videos. They made some questionable ones.
Soon, all I saw were clickbaity videos with shock value thumbnails and titles like "Autistic Girl Off Her Meds" and "Autism Pajamas and How to Stop Fecal Smearing."
And if clickbait wasn't bad enough, they sometimes shared things that should have never been made public. Like the time they filmed the video about how autism affected Abby's bathroom habits. That kind of thing should always be private, but they put it online for the world to see.
What?
Viewers were furious.
It began to feel like Asa was making a spectacle out of Abby, documenting her like an animal and putting her real life on blast for viewers to gaze upon like patrons at a zoo.
As more and more people started calling out fathering autism, the backlash became impossible to ignore. Then in 2024, something unexpected happened. The Fathering Autism channel suddenly disappeared. People speculated about what happened. Some thought YouTube finally banned them after too many complaints. Others believed the Moss family took the channel down to stop the backlash. Some even thought that they were hacked and celebrated, but the celebration didn't last long. Soon, Fathering Autism was back with an explanation.
So, we're back here. If you don't know, we got hacked. Our YouTube channel was hijacked. My Google account was hijacked.
Whatever happened behind the scenes, one thing was clear. Fathering Autism wasn't going anywhere. But they weren't the only controversial family on YouTube. You've probably heard of this next influencer, Alicia Doherty. At one time, Alicia Doherty was seen as a super mom. She filmed herself waking up at 5 a.m., making breakfast, packing lunches, and
have you guys watched family channels at once
children. People
before?
admired her, especially because 8 of her kids were adopted. She was even featured on TV, praised for giving these children a safe and loving home. Her channel, called The Doherty Dozen, amassed over 1.5 million subscribers. As viewers paid closer attention to her videos, their admiration for her slowly turned into anger.
Every single event that they've ever done for the last 3-4 years has been on a camera. Every single birthday, every present opened, every Christmas, every single school event, everything.
The first thing that upset viewers was how much Alicia shared about her kids, especially the private stuff. She had no problem revealing deeply personal details like their medical conditions, diagnoses, and personal struggles. This kind of oversharing left many wondering how her kids will cope later in life when their entire
Bro, that's like the problem with the internet in general. Bro, people share too much personal stuff on the internet. Have you seen Twitter? People share way too much stuff, bro. Like,
medical record is online for anyone to find. Viewers begged her to stop. But Alicia didn't just ignore the criticism, she made things worse. She released a video where she disclosed one of her adopted son's list of diagnoses all the way down to the traumatic homes he lived in.
You put all of those evaluations together over the past 12 years, and that's his full list of diagnoses.
Thousands of viewers complained on YouTube and Reddit. The top comments said, "What is she doing? How could any loving parent do this to their child? Is it because he's adopted? I wish TikTok would close her account. Our society is so messed up thanks to parents like her." It was clear people weren't inspired anymore. They were angry. But some thought they knew why Alicia was oversharing. She wanted to look good. They figured she was trying to paint herself as a heroic mom raising kids no one else wanted. In some videos, Alicia boasted how some of her children were deemed unadoptable. She called them trauma kids. She talked about how hard it was raising them.
The specific behaviors that we've dealt with because of this are explosive rage, such as screaming, crying, and breaking things for hours every day, lying, stealing, food hoarding, food binging.
But oversharing was just one of the things people complained about. Viewers also accused Alicia of being a shopping addict. Anyone who watches Alicia's videos knows what.
Bro, was that crates upon crates? That's a lot of water. That's a lot of Pepsi. That's a lot of juice. That's a lot of toilet paper. Okay, even if you have 9 kids, you don't need that much food. Like, that's bullshit.
Who watches Alicia's videos knows one thing. She shops a lot.
Okay, Doherty Dozen last year spent over $950,000 that we know of on camera for a bunch of junk that she's likely just gonna throw out eventually.
Yeah.
She films herself buying mountains of fast food and blowing thousands of dollars filling up shopping carts at the grocery store. Alicia also insists on buying things in 12s because she has 12 kids, even if not all of the kids need that product. Viewers think that's just wasteful, and she's teaching her kids that money is unlimited. Alicia even admitted that she didn't care whether the kids ate or not. She just wanted to film them making dinner just to have content to share. Despite the backlash, the Doherty Dozen is still going strong with over 6 million followers across social media platforms. Are you serious? It doesn't seem like Alicia plans on changing anytime soon. This next family helped invent family vlogging, but that's
it's crazy. Oh my god. It is crazy. It is a big market. Like the family channels. It is crazy. There's a big market. Let's have a quick search for your recommendations. Samsung Galaxy Book 3, Ursa 520. Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, I don't need something current. I'm gonna copy paste this onto myself, and so I can do my research on those. Thank you. I appreciate the research. Thank you.
exactly why so many people despise them. The Saucony Jolies. The Saccone Jollies were once called Europe's most successful family vlogging channel. They seem to have the perfect life with over 1.6 million subscribers and millions of dollars made from YouTube. But the things they did to stay on top didn't just bring them fame. They made them one of the most hated family influencers ever. Jonathan and Anna Saccone Jolie started their YouTube channel in 2009, back when family vlogging wasn't even mainstream. Over the years, they had
I don't know you're right.
Every single one of them was thrown into the spotlight. From the moment their children entered the world, almost everything was filmed. Their first steps, their first words, their first birthday parties, even their doctor visits were all posted for millions to see. Over 12 years, they uploaded.
Okay, everything doesn't seem that bad except for the doctor part that should always be keep private. Personally, everything else is not that crazy, especially in today's age. But other than that, like, okay, it's not crazy right now. The doctor stuff, always keep that private. No matter what it is, always keep that private.
Thousands of videos turning their everyday lives into entertainment for the internet. Millions watched. And though they enjoyed the content, they also complained. People were asking if the kids were old enough to agree to be filmed. At one point, Jonathan and Anna asked their children if they were okay with being in the videos. Their response wasn't positive.
Do you like being in the videos? You don't mind, do you?
You think it's okay that mommy and daddy make videos every day?
No.
Every second day?
No.
But even after hearing that, Jonathan and Anna kept putting the kids online. And then the videos got even more personal. One of their kids, Edie, seemed to want to transition from a boy to a girl. Obviously, that's a deeply personal thing. But instead of keeping it private, the Saccone Jolies announced it on YouTube. Viewers assumed that would be the end of it, but it wasn't. The Saccone Jolies turned Edie's transition into a whole series of videos.
Tell the truth now. Do you want to be a boy?
No.
I'm gonna say something very controversial. Kids should not transition because they don't know what they want at that age. Because they may change their mind. They may change their mind when they get older. You should let them decide about that around not even 17 to like 18 to 20 years old. Like, yeah, it's way too early. I feel like they need to experience life around like elementary school, middle school, and high school in order to not fully grasp life, but at least get like the basics of like who they want to be in life. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that's way too young. Way too. You don't know shit around that age. You don't know what you actually want. Now, I'm not saying if the kid wants to dress like a girl, you're more welcome to. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the transition part where when medical things comes into play. I'm not talking about like if the kid wants to dress like a girl, you know, that's a different story. Like, all right, express yourself. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about like when you like when you involve a doctor at that point. It's like, okay, you're going like let them decide they want to do that in the future, not right now, because they're too young. They don't know what they want. They don't like what's the thing that people say? Kids don't even know what candy bar they want, right? They either like they like this candy bar today, but then they not might like the candy bar the next day. You know what I mean? So because again, we always change our minds, especially when we were younger, when we were kids. I feel like it's just way too young. So it's very weird. They're making this into like a whole YouTube series, but yeah, that's just me. I feel like it's just way too young. I feel like this should just be a better way of doing this. Again, I'm not against if the kid wants to dress like a girl. I'm not against that. I'm more against of like the involving the doctors if that's what's going on.
How do you know?
Because it's boring stuff and most of the boys play football and stuff.
There were many saying Edie's parents were even convincing Edie that he was a girl. The backlash was massive, but over time, just as people were getting used to the transition videos, they noticed something else, something that made them angrier. The transition videos started feeling staged. Scenes seemed carefully planned, almost like they were designed to spark engagement and go viral.
The reason that this TikTok is interesting to me is because there are many other recent videos showing this child wearing jeans. So it was obviously orchestrated for the video.
People started questioning the family's true intentions. Slowly, the trust between them and their audience began to fade. But
Wait. Did she just say that the kid was actually wearing like regular like boy jeans? Is that what she just said? Hold up. Let me go back real quick. Hold up. In recent videos too, in that time.
The reason that this TikTok is interesting to me is because there are many other recent videos showing this child wearing jeans. So it was obviously orchestrated for the video.
People started questioning the
like, but okay, to be fair, is it like girl jeans or is it boy jeans? Right? I gotta keep it fair in that realm because again, that's just one little clip with the full like context of it, so then it may explain it in a video. Because jeans are only for boys. That's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't really make sense. I heard it wrong because I'm like, I thought like I thought she meant like she was wearing like the kid was wearing like boys' clothes. You know what I mean? But it's like jeans is very not really there because look at this picture right here. The girl is wearing jeans. You know what I mean? I think they go full girls wear skirts to boy. Oh, that makes more sense. So they're like saying like so this kid went from wearing like skirts, very extremely girl clothes into just regular type jean clothes. I'm very confused. Like holy shit.
the family's true intentions. Slowly, the trust between them and their audience began to fade, but the transition videos were just one controversy on a long list. Viewers were uncomfortable with how the kids were dressed in certain videos. Others were furious that Jonathan and Anna used cold showers as punishment. Then there was the issue of fan mail. The Saccone Jolies allowed their viewers, complete strangers, to send gifts and letters to their kids. Obviously, this came with serious risks. Then in 2022, Jonathan and Anna dropped the bombshell. They announced that they were deleting every single YouTube video they ever posted. More than 10 years worth of content, thousands of videos. It was headline news. But why? Jonathan and Anna said the internet was different now, and they no longer wanted their kids' lives to be put out there for everyone to see. Jonathan's exact words were, "I love my children more than I love my YouTube videos. I just want to give them an opportunity to curate their own life story on the internet." But it wasn't just about protecting the kids. Jonathan also admitted that years of vlogging has taken a serious toll on his mental health. But despite their dramatic announcement, the Saccone Jolies YouTube channel still has videos. It's unclear whether they deleted everything or quietly re-uploaded some of their content.
Oh, maybe they unlisted it. They didn't delete their videos. They just unlisted videos, but decided like these videos are already out there, so might as well just leave them up there, and then people want to watch them, then watch them, and we'll make money off of it, and then it's just extra income that comes in, especially if it makes gets a lot of views and stuff. So maybe that's what they're probably thinking. But at least it's good that they want to stop, right? Because I feel there was a recent documentary that came out on Netflix actually, about all of this. I haven't watched it yet, but let me see if I can find it real quick. But yeah, there was a recent documentary about like these influencer kids, how like it's like messing them up like mentally because of like how like the parents push them to be in their videos pretty much. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Go to new and popular because that's usually where people go. Let's see. Let me go real quick. Oh, here we go. Bad influence. This is called. It's called Bad Influence: The Dark Side of Kid Influencing. Tiffany Smith helped her daughter Piper Raquel build a tween YouTube empire, while Will shocking allegations of child abuse led to this monger's downfall. I don't know what that means. Mongers? Like I really don't know idea. But anyways, so this came out. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if it's like a legit documentary, or if this is a what do you call it? Like sort of like a yeah, it's an investigation, I guess. Yeah, documentary series investigation, true crime. So yeah, I don't know what happened exactly with this, but yeah, like I said, like this is some weird stuff, dude. When they make content with kids, especially because they can't consent because they don't know what the hell's going on. I always thought that was just way too weird. Personally, I felt like it was just way too weird because they don't know what the hell's going on.
Content. Whatever the case, the Saccone Jolies are still very much on the internet. These next influencers are different because viewers couldn't decide whether to feel sorry for them or call them out. Della Vlogs. When Della Vlogs first started, it was a couples vlog. Dallin and Bella filmed their life, just a fun, goofy couple making videos together. That's why the channel is called Della Vlogs, a mix of Dallin and Bella. Fans adored their picture-perfect love story. Eventually, they got married, but as their content shifted from couple vlogs to family vlogs, things started to change. That's when the problems began. After marriage, Dallin and Bella spent 5 years trying to have a baby, but it just wasn't happening. They opened up about their struggles in video after video, hoping to connect with others going through a similar situation. Eventually, they decided to adopt, but the way they went about it was very unusual.
Especially since they tried to get a baby from the internet. Mind you, they
Wait, what?
started their videos by saying, like, if you have a baby, and they went on a podcast, if you have a baby, we will adopt that baby.
Then something amazing happened. A pregnant woman who saw their vlogs reached out. She was expecting twins and offered to let Dallin and Bella adopt her babies. When they continued talking over text, the woman encouraged them to get the nursery ready with everything they would need for the arrival of the twins. It felt like a dream come true, but the story wouldn't end well. In May 2023, Dallin and Bella made a sad video. They revealed they were victims of an adoption scam. It turns out that the woman who promised them twins was never pregnant. She made up the entire story. Tearing up, Dallin and Bella explained what happened.
We started talking to this female, and the messages that she would send us and the texts that were going back and forth just seemed so perfect. We actually confirmed with other people near her, people that are close to her, people that she works with, that she is not pregnant.
And they weren't the only ones. Other families have also been tricked by the same woman. At first, people felt sorry for Dallin and Bella. Their comment section was filled with support and kind words. Their video about the scam racked up 3.7 million views. But then something shifted. Instead of moving on, Dallin and Bella kept making video after video about the scam, stretching the story into multiple videos. Each video got a ton of views. And soon people started to wonder, were they sharing their pain or dragging it out to get views and make money on YouTube?
I think that we're dragging it out, let's be honest.
YouTube
filmed all of this. Their videos were trending, millions of views. They got a ton of money from those videos. And in the end, they were just like, well, we just want to do this to share awareness.
Dallin and Bella made even more content about the scam.
Everybody wants to know is, are we pressing charges on our scammer? Do you want to answer it?
They even filmed a video about cleaning out the nursery they prepared for the twins. And with each new upload, the backlash grew louder.
Being super clickbaity first about adoption, which you shouldn't do, which is disgusting, by the way.
Then, just when the adoption scam drama seemed to be dying down, Dallin and Bella shocked everyone with another announcement. In July 2023, they finally adopted a baby. But with the new baby came new troubles. The adoption seemed like good news, but not everyone was convinced. Some viewers questioned how they managed to adopt so quickly.
Is because they adopted a kid way faster than anybody else could, and they were being very secretive about how they did it.
Others went even further, accusing them of treating the baby like a prop for content. Today, Dallin and Bella still have millions of subscribers. Many still adore them, but to others, they're influencers who will do whatever it takes to stay in the spotlight. This next chapter is about a family that was once legendary in the world of family vlogging, but now it's all fallen apart.
That was just weird. That was weird.
They've been called YouTube's fake.
I know about the Ace. I believe the Ace family is so broken up now. I believe I believe they went broke.
Family.
It's not hard to so much money.
The Ace Family channel revolves around Austin McBroom, his wife Catherine, and their 3 kids, Elle, Aliyah, and Steele. They're called the Ace Family because of the first letters of their names, Austin, Catherine, and Elle.
If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family.
With over 18 million subscribers, their channel is packed with vlogs, pranks, and picture-perfect family moments. But although they are popular, the Ace Family has faced a ton of backlash for the content they create. For starters, some viewers hated how much the Ace Family flaunted their wealth. Almost every video felt like a commercial for how rich they were. They flaunted expensive gifts, designer clothes, and luxury
vacations. The back part, because they literally went broke, I believe.
That wasn't enough. They took out a high-interest loan to buy a $10 million mansion to flex. It felt like they were telling their fans that happiness only comes from having a perfect materialistic life.
I'm gonna tell you guys, do not need a mansion. Like, if you guys actually search mansions, you guys will realize that a lot of them are only good for parties or events, and that's it. They're not meant to be, they're not good to live in because there's so much maintenance in mansions. They cost too much money that you're just wasting money on, like, for the property like a mansion. You could literally get a good house for way less price than that, and live very comfortably exactly how you want. Because most mansions are getting abandoned at this point. But a little one, a mini mansion? Oh my God.
But when people weren't calling them out for flaunting their wealth, they were accusing the Ace family of deceiving viewers. On August 16th, 2018, the Ace family uploaded a video claiming their home was robbed while they were away at Disneyland.
Oh, I remember that. I remember
the
that.
Groom filmed the shattered windows and claimed some of his
We
wife's
saw a video about
designer
this.
handbags were missing. He even recorded the police arriving to inspect the scene. At first, viewers felt bad for them. Then a suspicious receipt surfaced online. It showed that the Ace family paid a group of actor cops to film a video with them.
Also, this officer, who seems more than happy to be in this vlog, looks somewhat similar to Officer Oriel, a fake policeman you can hire from Cop Shop LA.
Viewers also pointed out
so
that
crazy
many
to hire cops
electronics
like
and
that.
luxury goods weren't stolen, which didn't make sense.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
that makes sense
people
at all.
started asking, was the whole robbery staged? Of course, the Ace family denied everything.
People made up a receipt that we paid actor cops.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, they literally made it up. They typed it out, made it up, and the fact that it was just typed up very professional, they thought it was real.
Eventually, the drama faded, but another problem was about to hit the Ace family. This time, it was all about money. In June 2021, Austin was accused of being a scammer. He organized a YouTubers versus TikTokers boxing event. The winner was supposed to walk away with a $1 million prize. However, after the event, many participants complained that they were never paid. A few months later, the Ace family got more bad news. In late 2021, news broke that they were being kicked out of their $10 million mansion. Despite acting like they were swimming in money, they failed to pay back the loan on their mansion. Eventually, the authorities took it away. Through all the financial scandals and bad press, the Ace family still presented themselves.
Wait, hold up. I have a question. If you take out a loan and you don't pay it back and they take the mansion back, what happens to the money that you spend on the mansion? Do you get it back some way, or you just lose it all? It is what it is. I don't understand that fully, because you know they paid for like the down payment, so it's just poof. So are you telling me it's all wasted money? Like, it's just wasted money. They rented the mansion instead of owning the mansion. Is that what you're telling me? What the? Are they dumb? Like, bro. Like, that's what I understand, bro. Okay, look. I understand that everyone wants to own property. I understand to a certain extent. But if you have a family, right? If you have a family, you shouldn't. If you have an opportunity to own property instead of renting property, like for like an apartment or whatever, you should go to own property, right? But also, you should be smart of what kind of property you're buying. Your goddamn family did not need a goddamn mansion to really live comfortably and make content out of that place, right? You could have found a perfectly nice house. I mean, if it's in LA, it would like $1 million, which is still a lot, but you would have found a good house for $1 million. That's still a lot of freaking money, but that's way better than a 10 million mansion. That's a tenth of the price, because like I said, they make more money than, or at the time, they make more money than the average people, right? So if they want like $1 million house, then all right, it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. But you like go for 10 million, it's goddamn dumb, dude. Because at least with the million, especially at the time, they probably could afford that. They probably could have owned that. Now they're like, shit, the money's gone. Yeah, I know you lose that. I just like I was just wondering like. Because I'm just wondering, like, how much money if they pay anything back, if they just lose it completely. Like, I have no idea, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Themselves as a tight-knit, picture-perfect family. But even that didn't last.
Austin and Catherine McBroom, the couple behind the wildly popular Ace Family YouTube channel, have broken up after nearly a decade together and 7 years of marriage.
The reason for the split wasn't clear, but Catherine explained in an Instagram post that she and Austin agreed to divorce due to irreconcilable differences. This next family has been accused of doing anything for clicks, even if it means using illness and tragedy. The LeBrant family. I know we've covered this family before, but they're definitely one of the most hated, so I gotta put it in. The LeBrant fam is very popular with nearly 13 million subscribers and over 4.6 billion views. It makes them one of the internet's most watched family influencers. To put their success into perspective, their channel reportedly makes around $5.5 million in advertising revenue every year. The family consists of Cole and Savannah LeBrant and their 5 kids. At first, they stayed away from drama, creating wholesome Christian content. But recently, the LeBrants have been caught in multiple scandals, and every single one was because of something they did.
Look, I don't believe anybody's wholesome. I don't believe everybody's good. I don't believe it. Like, the camera is a lie, guys. Me streaming right now is a lie. I don't believe any of you bitches, all right?
One of the biggest complaints was how much the LeBrants used inappropriate clickbait, basically tricking their audience into watching their videos. And I know as YouTubers, we want to create bright, interesting thumbnails to get a click, but they went overboard. Take 2018, for example. That year, wildfires were ripping through communities in California, forcing thousands of people to evacuate their homes. But the LeBrants saw it as content. They made a video titled, "We Left Our House Because of Fires in California," with a thumbnail that made it seem like they were in big trouble. But when viewers actually watched the video, they realized the truth. The LeBrants were in no real danger. They weren't required to evacuate, they simply chose to leave.
I'm just doing this just in case if we do have to evacuate or our home gets burned down, we have it. Our home's still here.
Meanwhile, actual families were losing everything. The LeBrants were blasted by thousands using a real tragedy to get views. But somehow in 2021, they pulled the same stunt again, this time with something even more serious. In August of that year, the LeBrants released a video titled "She Got..."
Hold up, there's something above that before that. Influencer couples time after YouTube video implies 2-year-old daughter has cancer as a way to raise awareness.
More serious. In August of that year, the LeBrants released a video titled "She Got Diagnosed with Cancer." The thumbnail made it seem like one of their own children was unwell. Millions of fans who genuinely cared about the LeBrant family clicked to watch. But after watching for a few minutes, they realized they were fooled. The video was actually about the LeBrants visiting children with cancer. None of the LeBrant kids were actually ill. People were furious. They tweeted angry comments like, "The LeBrant family has been losing my respect for a while," but they really crossed the line with this one. How dare they use childhood cancer as clickbait and spend the first 10 minutes talking like one of their kids has cancer. This is disgusting. People even made more videos just to complain. Eventually, the LeBrants changed the thumbnail to one that didn't mislead viewers. Fans assumed the LeBrants learned their lesson. No more clickbait, just wholesome content. But the controversies never end. The LeBrants' pattern of controversial, clickbaity content continued, this time at their child's expense.
Remember when they pranked their oldest child by saying that, you know, they basically have to like get rid of her dog? Remember that cruel quote joke that they...
YouTuber Cole and Savannah LeBrant pranked a 6-year-old daughter about puppy sparks backlash. "We feel like we can't take good care of him at our house," Mama said to the daughter. What? Maybe just got 2 Duck Trios in one pack? Wait, what did he open?
They wanted to play on her.
The most recent controversy was when they launched a new app called Bear Fruit. It's marketed as a community platform for Christian families.
It's that's it. Like, that's it too. And like, there's a lot down here. And like, we're also giving away $10,000 cash.
But just days after the launch, the LeBrants were accused of stealing the idea from another family they used to work with. These scandals have cost them. Over time, they lost goodwill and a lot of subscribers.
In the past year, the LeBrant family channel has lost hundreds of thousands of subs.
Negative 100K?
Are still vlogging, and viewers are watching to see if they'll stay true to their family-friendly image or spark more controversy. The influencers we've covered so far are pretty controversial, but this next one is in a category of
I feel like they're just assholes behind the scenes, man.
Anyone who watched Zakiya Duncan's TikTok videos would have...
I feel like the private their kids are like little people. They're actors, and they're not really like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old. The Simpsons did it.
Thought she was a loving mother. In early 2020, she posted happy videos of herself laughing and dancing with her kids. She even gave advice about the importance of family.
Family time is the best time, huh? Yes. Family time is the best time? You love your family? Love your family.
But in 2022, the world found out the truth. Zakaya wasn't a loving mom, she was a monster. Zakaya lived in Texas with her 7 kids, including
what did she do?
16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl. Zakaya's boyfriend, 27-year-old Jova Terrell, also lived with them. To outsiders, everything looked normal, but inside that house was a nightmare. One cold October night, the twins made a run for it.
No shoes, one not wearing a shirt.
The twins made a run for it?
Desperate.
New surveillance video shows the twins going to a neighbor's home early yesterday morning, begging for help.
After several rejections, a neighbor finally let them inside. When the twins explained the situation, she was speechless. They claimed they were not fed properly, locked indoors, and sometimes handcuffed, just to name a few. They needed to escape. So one night, the boy hid the key to the handcuffs in his mouth. Then they waited. The moment their mother and her boyfriend fell asleep, they unlocked the cuffs and ran to the neighbors for help. After hearing the story, the neighbor called the police, but the cops got there too late.
Police soon got involved, and that's when the twins' mother and her boyfriend fled with their 5 other children, sparking that Amber Alert.
But Zakaya and her boyfriend couldn't run forever. Just a few hours later, police arrested them in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All 7 children were placed in Child Protective Services.
What the
Zakaya Duncan tricked the internet into thinking she was a loving mother, but behind the TikToks and happy
See
videos,
what I tell you
she was
guys?
the worst family.
What did I tell you?
Ever. My friends, it's unfortunate what's happening to some of these family influencers. These stories show us that we live in a world where people are more interested in capturing the moment than living in it. And I encourage you guys to break the cycle. Visual Venture.
I live in a moment.
Wait, before you go, make sure you guys click here to watch YouTube's most...
I already watched that one. Yeah, that's how I record everything. Like, weirdly. Like, even when I'm vlogging for, like, Artist Alley stuff, I just record, like, a minute or two for, like, B-roll, and that's it. I don't record, like, the whole trip. Like, I think it's just weird. Anyways, I hate family influencers, especially ones that exploit children. Great video yet again. Apologize on that. Let's see. In the last one, I got the chills when she said family is the best. Is the best time. That look at her face when the same look my dad had is when he would ask me similar questions in front of other people. I knew if I said anything other than yes, I would regret it. Yo, thank you for the raid. Thank you. How you doing? Welcome to my humble stream here. How you doing? Yo, what up, Hash Kush? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We just got done watching a video of the most hated family influencers. I remember, and guys, if you guys watched influencers, family influencers back in the day, do not feel embarrassed. You were just a loser back in the day. But now you stop watching family influencers, so now you are base and you are legit. Congratulations. And it's also 420. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get high. Let's get high. All right, I got to play some Afro Man or something, right? That's awesome. Welcome, everybody. Just